Hi, Alex here from Rebeloper.com and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this final episode of how to sign in without a password in Firebase. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, in this final episode we are going to round it all up and we are going to first of all set up some capabilities and some URL types. So let's start with that. And the easiest one to start off with is the URL types. So what we need to do is copy our bundle identifier, go back to info, and as you can see here we have URL types, and hit that little plus button that has just appeared. For the identifier, let's add in here open app. Great. A URL scheme, just paste that in there, your bundle identifier. Okay. One final thing, go to capabilities, but before we do that, let's just copy our URI prefix. So that is what you want to copy out, and go back to capabilities and select associated domains and turn that on. And let's just wait for this to finish. So we do get our entitlements ready. Click that plus button and delete all of this and type in app links and a colon, and just paste your link there. That is your deep link that you have already set up here for the URI prefix. So again, go ahead and make sure under capabilities, app links, colon, and Firebase passwordless sign in page.link. Okay, now that is it for the setup of our info plist file and our capabilities. Now what we want to do is go to the AppDelegate file and add in some functions. And the first one is going to be created by us, and it will be a function called and with URL. It will contain a URL, and we will just return a bool value here. So let's return here false for now. Okay, so we get rid of this error. Okay, so what we want to override now is application restoration handler. I believe this is it. Yes. So make sure that is application user activity restoration handler. And we are going to return here user activity dot and web page URL, and we are going to map that out. So map, rather yet, let's use flat map here, and just delete all of this and add in here our function that we have just created. So handle with URL, there we go. Let's delete all of these braces. Sorry for confusion, but that's the way it needs to do. And because this is an optional query, we might as well unwrap it. Okay, now it's time to undo the meat of the handle passwordless sign in. So what we want to get here first is, let's see, let link equals with URL, and maybe we need to add in here underscore. There we go. And absolute string. Okay, now that we do have our link, we need to check if we can log in with an email and a link through Firebase. So let's go here, if auth, and I believe we need to import Firebase Authentication. So import Firebase auth, there we go, and let's import Firebase Firestore, because we are going to store all of this data in the Firestore database. Okay, so auth, there we go, dot auth, sign in with email link, and let's see here, it's link. So if we can do that, then we can basically go ahead and start the sign in. Okay, and what that would mean is auth sign in with email and the link. This is what we want to do. But of course we need to grab the email first. So let's see here, let email, and if you recall, we did save the email to our user defaults. So user defaults dot standard dot value for key, and the key is setup dot and k email. Okay, this is an optional value, so let's guard let unwrap that, else return. Okay, let's add that email in there and our link in there. Now let's take a look at the completion. We get back a result and we get back an error message. So let's take care of the error message first. I believe we need to return false here. Oh, and we need to set this as string. There we go. Live coding. Okay, let's go forward with our authorization. So if let error equals error, then we are going to print out our errors, localize description, and we are going to return. Simple as that. Next up, we want to guard let unwrap our result. So guard let result equals result, else we want to return again. Okay, return, sorry about that, auto completion. And now that we do have our result, we want to grab our UID, and that is our result.user, there we go, dot UID. Okay, and why do we want to do that? Well, that is because we want to basically save all of this in our Firestore database. Okay, and let's see here, Firestore, or rather yet, let's just create our data, what we want to send. So let data equals, and let's see here, UID is the first thing that we want to append in here. It will be UID. Okay, next up, let's see, email, and that is our email. So let's add in here timestamp, and that is a field value, and server timestamp. Okay, I believe this should be not capital. Okay, timestamp. And let's make this a little bit prettier by adding these new lines in here. Okay, now what we want to do is create a path where we want to set this data. Of course, we might want to fix this so we can have this as a string to any. Okay, so what we want to type in here is firestore.firestore, and the collection path will be users. Okay, and we want to have our document with our UID, because that is pretty easy to query. So set data, and I will choose this one. So we are going to set this data only once, so we don't need to merge. So we don't need to set the merge to true, of course, because If you want to just update some values, then you set merge to true so it doesn't override the whole thing. So we are going to choose this one. And the data will be, of course, our data. And in the completion, we do get back an error. So let's handle that. So I will just copy and paste this. And there we go. And now we can, let's say, display a UI alert. So everything went fine. So UI alert service dot show alert, and let's see, this will be a style of alert, title success, and the message successfully, let's say, signed in. Yeah, that will be okay. And just so we get all of this, let's see here, we want to have some other alerts just so the user get alerted when in case of an error. So let's add that in there, and I will call the title error, and that's in here our errors localized description. And again, I will copy and paste this and scroll all the way down here and add that in there. Okay, now this should take care of it, and I'm pretty sure that this will work. So let's hit Command B. Okay, let me just show you. User is nil. Okay, that is great till now. Let's just sign in. Let's type in our email address. Let's send our magic link. Let's open up our mail app. And hopefully we will get here our email. There we go. Now let's sign in to no password sign in. Let's hit open here. There was a bad request for some reason. So maybe we should add here return true. And that should take care of it. I will add in here some more UI alerts. Do go ahead and take a look at the GitHub repository. It's in the link in the description below. Now that is it for this tutorial series. If you have any questions or you do get stuck anywhere along the way, go ahead and comment down below, and make sure that you take a look at the GitHub repository for any typos or something like that. And if you did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you really like this tutorial series, hit that notification bell to get notified of new ones. And as usual, I will see you in the next one.